Consciousness Index Spectrum. Welcome. Today, we're diving into a powerful framework for understanding human behavior and inspiring growth, the Consciousness Index Spectrum, or CIS. This spectrum maps the evolution of consciousness, from extreme selfishness to enlightened selflessness. It's a tool for self-awareness, helping us as individuals, societies, and systems strive for compassion, wisdom, and unity with oneness. Let's begin at the lowest level, -10, complete selfishness. This is where individuals act purely for their own survival and power. Ethical boundaries don't exist for them. They harm others without remorse, detached entirely from oneness. Think of serial killers, war criminals, or sadistic torturers, those who delight in destruction and suffering. At -9 to -8, malicious exploitation, we see people who intentionally exploit others for greed, manipulation, and control. These are corrupt power seekers, like dictators or criminal masterminds, who prioritize domination over everything else. Moving up slightly, -7 to -6, self-serving opportunists, are individuals who pursue personal gain above all else. They may appear cooperative at times, but their empathy is transactional. Con artists and manipulative influencers fall here, helping others only when it benefits them. At -5 to -4, ego-driven selfishness, we see those motivated by personal benefit, but who might still care for loved ones. Their actions often lack a sense of broader responsibility or compassion. Picture overly competitive professionals or egotistical leaders driven by materialism. Now let's explore -3 to -1, basic self-centeredness. These individuals focus on their own survival, meeting their needs without causing deliberate harm. They're indifferent to larger issues and operate within societal norms. Think of bystanders who avoid involvement or deeper reflection. At 0, indifference, people exist in a neutral state. They're not particularly harmful or helpful. They're detached from greater concerns and focused on immediate routines. Neutrality is often a pivot point, where stagnation or growth begins. Now we shift into higher consciousness. +1 to +3, cooperative but self-oriented, is where people help others when convenient but still prioritize their own interests. Their kindness is genuine but conditional. Professionals who occasionally volunteer, or friends who help when it's easy, might fall here. At +4 to +6, moderate selflessness, individuals balance helping others with maintaining personal boundaries. They're motivated by compassion and justice, striving to uplift their communities. Teachers, caregivers, and devoted community leaders exemplify this level. Next, we have +7 to +9, altruistic consciousness. These individuals dedicate their lives to improving the world. They act with wisdom, empathy, and justice, prioritizing the well-being of others even at personal cost. Think of activists, selfless leaders, or those tirelessly working for humanitarian causes. Finally, at the pinnacle, +10, enlightened selflessness. We find those who transcend personal desires entirely. They embody pure compassion and wisdom, dedicating their existence to elevating others and fully aligning with oneness. Spiritual luminaries like Jesus and Buddha are prime examples of this level. The Consciousness Index Spectrum isn't just a tool for assessment, it's a tool for growth. No one is fixed at any level. We all have the capacity to ascend toward higher consciousness through reflection, accountability, and intentional action, or descend to lower consciousness by mindless surrender to temptations and vices. Transitions often begin with awareness. For example, someone at -1 might recognize how their indifference impacts others, sparking movement toward empathy. Someone at +6 might feel inspired to dedicate more energy to altruistic causes, ascending to +7 or beyond. This spectrum also applies to systems and institutions. A government operating at -8 exploits its people, while one at +6 prioritizes equity, sustainability, and compassion. By collectively raising our consciousness, we can create a world rooted in justice and unity with oneness. The journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each step forward brings us closer to alignment with oneness and a brighter future for all beings. Thank you for listening, and may this inspire you to reflect, grow, and contribute to a more compassionate world.